We're gonna try to strap a cord between these trees. Oh. It's a little bit loose. Oh. I think that this works. Ta-da! Outdoor theater. Whiskey, fire. This is just wild to be able to watch it
Before
transform.
time began, there was the cube.
Yes! This is so good! You know, projectors has never been one of those things that I have been a huge fan of because they have never really looked that good, and it's always been a little bit washed out, and sure, you get a big screen, but the entire image doesn't really look as good as you want it to look when you're watching a movie. But what I got here is the Anker Nebula 4K laser powered projector. And this thing definitely changed my mind on projectors because, dear God, the image looks good coming out of this thing. First thing I want to dive into is the design of this thing because this is very neatly designed. I really like the holes in the side here. The red ring around the lens looks incredibly nice. And I know that design has absolutely nothing to do with the function of a projector, but I, for one, like to have things that looks good, visually pleasing in my living room, or for example here in the studio, this is something that fits right in. So I think it's a good aspect to think of when you're buying something like this. And when it comes to the weight, I wouldn't say it's too heavy, but you're probably not gonna want to bring it with you on hikes or maybe a long trip where you have to carry a big bag and this is gonna be the only stuffed thing that you have in that backpack. Not a recommendation, but bringing it to your bedroom or maybe to the backyard or out to the cliffs with a couple of friends, that's going to be the perfect thing to have this projector for. But you can also mount it to the ceiling or to the table and have it as a like stationary device if you want to do that as well. The cool thing with this unit is that I did not really expect that much when I booted it up. You know, I thought that, okay, this is going to be like every other projector, but the thing that it asks you for first is to connect this, which is the 4K streaming dongle that you put here in the back. And once you have that connected, you are going to be able to use this as somewhat of a smart TV. You're going to be able to stream Netflix, you're going to be able to stream Disney Plus, you're going to be able to use all the things that you have in a smart TV, but in a portable device like this. And since I took this with me out camping, I was actually kind of blown away of how easy it was to get everything going, because after you got this connected, it just started updating. And once it was updated, you just signed in to the different, accounts that you have, and then you were good to go. The cool thing was that once you put it into place and align it towards the screen that you want to have the image projected to, it kind of self-aligns. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to adjust anything. It just kind of adjusts its sharpness and the level, the horizon of things. And that means that you're going to spend less time setting things up and more time actually enjoying the content that you want to watch. What do you think, buddy?
Just insane.
Being able to have like a 105-inch screen in the middle of nowhere? Come on! And when it comes to image quality, this was something that blew me away, because having a laser-powered 4K projection onto a white bed sheet, I did not think it was going to look good. The amount of contrast on this thing is wicked. It looks so good sitting at this distance. The amount of light that it emits is wild as well, because it really looks bright, and it also gives you this really nice pop in the colors and the contrast. And the movie that we watched is one of my favorite movies, Transformers from 2007, by far the best robot science fiction movie there is, and it just looks so good. It was so much fun to see that movie again. But Transformers is one of those movies that is heavily relying on good sound, because without good sounds, Transformers is gonna fall flat. It's like you want to have all those sounds like when they're transforming and when they're shooting the weapons and that kind of stuff. And the sound that is coming out of this speaker, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm gonna post like a clip so you can try to listen to it, recorded with this camera. But it sounds really good. The speakers in this generated some really good deep bass that I did not expect. Not only do you have the streaming dongle, you also have an HDMI port and a USB port. And that means that you can connect all your HDMI devices to this and stream that instead of using the streaming dongle if you want to do that. I know, you might be thinking to yourself, Peter, come on, it was pitch black when you were out camping. Of course the projector looked good. So, I want to show you how it performs in a studio environment and show you how good the laser actually is. Okay, 1, 2, I think it's 2. Oh, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. Take a look at that, huh? Perfect. Absolutely no issues having this here in the studio. And the image quality, let me see if I can catch it on camera. It is just so sharp. I think it looks amazing. This is gonna be the perfect thing to have here in the studio whenever I wanna have some friends over, or at home, or when I go on vacation and wanna bring something with me up north when we go to the archipelago and, you know, just have a nice movie night together with the family. Another thing that I really like is that you have this little gap here, and then you can put your phone, which is gonna be like the personal hotspot that you share with the unit, and then you know that this is gonna be in place. It's gonna be standing right there and just stream all the content that you want. You know, you got everything in place, and you can put your AirPods and that kind of stuff here as well. A little bit of a table, and I mean, like, lightweight, portable, simple to bring along. Come on. Being able to sit here with a friend and just enjoying a movie in the middle of Sweden with no one around us, magical. I think it's amazing that technology has evolved so much so that you're able to bring a laser-powered 4K projector with you anywhere today, or just have it as your main setup in your living room for watching movies, TV, stuff that you want to consume. These kind of YouTube videos maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna drop a link to this down below with a really good Prime deal. Head over there, check it out, read up on it. Maybe you want to get one for your own studio, camper van, living room, whatever it might be. It's such a cool thing. Peter from Sweden, saying goodbye.